Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world at the moment. Welcome to Wake and Stretch. Today is Thursday. It is the 28th. Wow. Yeah, just a few more days left in this month. And as you can see, Lokey is here behind me. Zeus and Socks are nearby, so I'm sure they'll make their appearances during this practice this morning. So if you'd like to join me, go ahead and jump on the mat. Just know this isn't as comprehensive of instruction as I normally do, because this is also my morning practice and I'm here to show up and say hi and do whatever my intuition tells me to. So I slept a little kooky last night. It wasn't really comfortable. I'd say tossing and turning a little bit. So this morning's practice will probably reflect some of that to find more comfort in the body. Not sure how I'm going to do that yet, but once we get on the mat, I'm sure my body will tell me for sure. Best thing you can do for yourself is take care of yourself as we go through this practice. So if you need props, grab them, pillows, cushions, whatever you like to use for your yoga practice. Yeah, so let's get to it, huh? I'm going to jump on the mat. I'll meet you there. All right, so finding a nice comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, hands resting where they feel comfy. Take a nice deep breath. Let everything go. Allow your spine to relax. Start to tap into your breath. Feel the rhythm. Start to notice the length of the inhale versus the length of the exhale. Deep breaths are always welcome, as well as yawns. So if you feel like you need to take one of those, then do it. As we sit and breathe, enjoy the quiet, enjoy the nature sounds or whatever sounds are in your space. Staying with your breath for just a few more moments. Gradually start to deepen your breath. Let the eyes start to blink open. I feel like I need to move my face a little bit, which probably looks funny if you could actually see my face, but sometimes pretending to chew or moving the lips around or even rubbing your face helps to wake you up a little bit, because there is connective tissue in the face as well. So feel free to give a little bit of a rub, little tiny circles. If you need to do a little smacking of the face, very light, be gentle with yourself. You can bring it down towards the neck. You can even rub the neck a little bit, little tiny circles. Just be careful of your throat. then going along the collarbone, right below it, out to the shoulder. The pec muscles all collect up here and connect. So it's nice to give them a little wake up. And squeezing the top traps from the shoulder to the neck. And moving down to the deltoids, the top of the shoulder, if you will. Getting the biceps and triceps, giving them a good squeeze. And moving down to the forearms, getting a good rib. And rolling the wrists around, doing a little starlight with the hands, little jazz hands. Maybe you need to crack the knuckles. Maybe you need to stretch them out. Oh, that feels nice. Stretching out those fingers, the wrists, the forearms. And switching to the other side. And then taking a moment for that. And then taking the thumbs and pulling the thumbs back. Very gently. We're just trying to get a little bit of sensation there. And then gently switch to the other side. Gently release the hands. You can give them a little bit of a shake. And little baby spirals. And back and forth. Whatever speed you like. I guess I feel like moving a little bit faster today. And then coming back to center, giving the shoulders a nice little roll. I prefer to go forward to back. If you want to change it up and go back to front, you can do that as well. And then taking the right arm across the chest, palm facing back. And sweep it over the head, give a nice tricep stretch. Switching to the other side. I'm moving fast this morning, huh? And letting those arms go. And then let's get the neck a little bit. Tucking the chin to the chest. And very gently rolling the right ear to the right shoulder. Once you find the peak of that, let the chin roll back down towards the chest and switch to the other side. One more time, each side, rolling through center so the chin comes to the chest. Right ear to the right shoulder. Bring it back through center. And left to left. Bringing it back through center. Keep the chin tucked and go ahead and roll down through the spine. If you're sitting on a prop, gently remove it and fold forward over those legs. Then gently roll up through the spine, switch whichever leg is in front. Tuck the chin and roll down. Lokey, you have placed yourself very strategically this morning, buddy. Here comes Jealous. Oh, Zeus is over there. I don't know if you can see his shadow. And gently rolling up through the spine from here. And let's find Child's Pose. Yeah? Letting yourself settle in, settle down. Maybe you feel a stretch through the arms, the chest, shoulders, the low back, the glutes, the inner thighs. You might feel it anywhere in this pose. Just allow yourself to breathe into it. And from here, come up into tabletop. Hands and knees. If the knees are wide, bring them underneath the hips. Right leg extends back, ball of the foot onto the mat, gently press it back. Getting those legs opened up, since we had them crossed for so long there. And then gently press it forward, just so that the toes can get a little stretch, and then shift it back. So the concentration really is in the lower leg here, the calf, the ankle, the foot. Of course, the rest of the body is in plank. Gently lower down that right knee, switch to the other side, shifting back into that heel. Gently shifting forward, stretching out the bottoms of the toes, and then shift it back. One more time. Good, then bring that left knee back down to the mat. Roll out the wrists a little bit. All right, coming back to tabletop, right leg extends back, off the mat this time, keeping it parallel, belly scoops up and in. As you exhale, curl, chin to the chest. Inhale, extend it back. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in, step it through any way that you can get it forward. It's okay if it comes out and around from the side. And then finding your low lunge with a twist, so right hand comes onto the thigh. If your wrist is unhappy, and apparently mine are unhappy today, you can make a fist here too, just to protect that wrist so it doesn't have to fold. Bringing the right hand down to the mat, shifting back, finding tabletop, left leg inhales up and back. Exhale, scoop the belly, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in and step it through. Find low lunge with a twist. Back through neutral, both hands down onto the mat. Tuck the back toe, lift the knee, high lunge to downward facing. And you can alternatively take child's pose if you'd like. From here, I'm going to shift forward to plank. So I'm wiggling my feet back a little bit because I know that my down dog is a little bit narrow. But if you want to shift to plank first and then adjust your hands and feet, go for that. And we're going to keep the hands and feet as they are, and exhale, press it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, bring it forward to plank. Exhale, press it back. Keep going with this flow. I'll give you a warning before I move on. One more full flow. So one more plank. One more down dog. Walk your hands back to the feet. Take a forward fold at the back of your mat. So you can bend the knees here deeply if you'd like. Extend through the spine so that the ribs kind of come in contact, or the belly comes in contact with the thighs. And then let yourself melt forward. Your knees can bend as much as you'd like them to, as long as your feet are flat on the mat. If this doesn't feel good to be upside down, then you can lengthen through the spine and be more active. You can always bring props underneath your fingertips for more height. From here, lift halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring all up to vertical. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Good. a few breaths here with the arms. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Start to engage your abdominals, pulling the front ribs together. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart, and then you can bring them to your waist or just let them hang by your side, whatever is comfortable for you. We're going to take mindful steps to the front of the mat. So what does that mean? It means that we're going to pay attention to every single weight shift, every toe, every bone in the foot, every muscle that helps to make the movement happen. So I'm going to concentrate what I talk about with the feet as opposed to the legs. But do make sure that the belly stays lifted so you're not so heavy on the feet, right? So it's a more active walk. So first, shifting your weight onto one foot or the other, whichever one you prefer. Notice how the other foot starts to lift, the knee bends, the heel lifts. Then the toes are the only thing in contact. Then from there, extending the leg, letting the heel come down, slowly shifting your weight into that foot you're stepping onto. In my case, it's the right. So the heel comes down the arch of the foot, the ball of the foot, then the toes, and at the same time, the back foot is starting to peel up. Lifting the leg, letting it shift for the new step. This becomes a meditation in and of itself to really be able to concentrate on all the moving parts. Because it really is a complicated movement, even though we've been doing it for all of our lives. A lot of pieces. When you get to the top of your mat, just stay in your Tadasana. Feel your feet nice and spread out. Let them connect. We don't want to grip. Don't white knuckle it. Let the toes be long, so no gripping of the toes. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhale, fold hands down. Let's step back with the left foot. Find your high lunge. We're going to stay here in high lunge. If low lunge is more your jam today, then go for low lunge. Lifting the chest. This gets a little deeper into the hip flexors, hamstrings. Plant the hands down, step back to plank. Staying in plank. And gently lift the left leg. Exhale, curl the spine. Step it through. If you need to help it, help it. Find high lunge on the other side. Nice steady breath. Hands down. Step it back to plank. Vinyasa if you'd like, or just press it back to down dog, your choice. From here, right leg lifts up and back, three-legged dog, give it a twist. Inhale, straighten the legs, square up the hips, step it through. Find warrior one, inhaling as you lift up. Exhaling as you settle into your warrior one. Staying here for another breath. And from here, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. As you exhale, hop the back foot forward about a stride. Hands come back behind. Hold on to your wrist forms or reverse prayer. Parsvottanasana. Inhaling, coming all the way up through vertical. Exhale, hands to the heart. Shifting forward. I don't know if you can hear that growling, but Zeus is in the rice paddy fields with the dog that actually belongs to the rice paddy fields. Zeus probably getting a little too close for the other dog's liking. So finding tree pose. Arms can go wherever you'd like them to go for tree. Letting the arms come down to shoulder height. I'm going to slide it into eagle. Feel free to stay in tree if that's what you're feeling this morning. So in eagle, the left leg is on top, left arm is underneath. From here, slowly and gently untangling, bring the arms to goddess, bring the leg to warrior three. Fingertips down, standing splits. Inhale, lifting the head. Exhale, soften your right knee, reach the left toes back, gently come into your high lunge. Hello, Miss Socks. Hi. Hi. How you doing? From there, stepping back, down dog, vinyasa, or child's pose. Moving on to the left side, left leg up and back, three-legged dog, make it a twist. Inhale, straighten the legs, square off the hips. Exhale, step it through, warrior one. Inhaling as you come up. Exhale, settle into your warrior. And inhale the arms up overhead. As you exhale, move into Parsvottanasana. Back foot hops forward, astride, hands come behind. Shoulders back, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, coming all the way up through vertical. Exhaling, hands to the heart, shifting forward to tree. Arms can go wherever you'd like them to go. Bring the arms to shoulder height and finding eagle. Right leg on top, right arm underneath. Gently untangle. Arms to goddess. Leg to warrior three. Fingertips down to the mat, standing split. Inhale, lifting the head. Exhale, soften the knees, stepping back gently with the right foot, high lunge. We've been here before, we're here again. Hands flat onto the mat, step back to plank, and either vinyasa or down dog or child's pose, your choice. Okay, relax. Lokey. Alright, so from here, coming up onto the knees, I'm going to move into Camel Pose, which is a nice back bend. It's done on the knees. And I always like to do this with a block, so if you have a prop nearby, a block or a strong pillow or books or something else that resembles this, even a free weight, because they tend to be a little about the same height, feel free to use that, because we're going to use it for our hands. So coming up onto the knees, bringing them about hip width apart. The prop goes between the heels. I will, as I always do, 3 variations. I'll start out nice and shallow with the hands on the hips. Then the second round will be hips to block, and the third round, if the body will allow it, hips to block to heels. If you know this pose and you want to do it differently, go for it. This is how I do. So I'm going to roll the shoulders back, lengthening through the waist. Inhale, and then exhale, start to hinge. Keep the neck long and happy. And if you need to, you can tuck the chin to the chest. Inhaling, coming up through vertical. Staying up on the knees, letting the shoulders relax a little bit, and give a little roll. Moving to round 2. Come out of this, inhale the chin to the chest, walk the hands back up the way they came, and then exhale, gently release. And the final round, down to the heels if you choose. If not, then you can go to one of the other options. Come out of this, same thing, chin to the chest. Walk your hands back up the way they came. Let the shoulders go a little bit. Then from here, sitting into hero's pose, you can use, if your prop is sittable, meaning it's comfortable to sit on, feel free to sit on that, or just come to your heels and let your spine neutralize in its own time. So once you sit, you're going to feel things happening. It's okay as long as it's not pain. If it's pain, then go into child's pose or lay flat, whatever you think might feel good for you. But after, that can be a rather intense back bend. It's nice to just sit and be neutral before you do anything else so that you can feel what's happening in the body. And back bends have a tendency of pulling up some emotion too, so don't be surprised if at one point you're doing practice and you come out of a back bend or you're in a back bend and a rush of something comes up. Totally normal. In our yoga world, it's normal, yeah? All right, so from here, taking an easy twist, lengthen through the waist first on your inhale, and then exhale, gently twist to the right. Inhaling through center, exhale, twisting to the left. One more time each side. And then coming back through center. If you're sitting on a prop, gently remove it. You can sit on one hip or the other and let the legs swing out in front, giving them a good shake. Let's move into bound angle pose. Sitting up nice and tall, holding on either to the arches of the feet or the ankles. Try not to grab the toes and pull upwards. Anywhere else actually except for the toes would be good. Then from here, taking a forward fold. If you want a little bit more help, you can let the elbows release onto the thighs. Don't push hard, just a nice gentle sensation there. If you're not looking for that and you just want to relax forward, you can let the arms flop in front. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. Exhale, gently close the legs, give them a little rock from side to side. Let's get the outer hip now. So the left leg extends in front. Right leg, you can cradle it a little bit first if you'd like, and then bring the ankle just above the knee. Make sure your foot is all the way over on the other side of the straight leg. Hands come behind, seated pigeon. Sit bone to the heel. Sit up nice and tall. If you need more intensity here, double pigeon is always available. Socks, it's okay, baby. Our neighbor lady is out there. She just started talking, so the dogs are now on high alert. Hey, it's okay, guys. I think you can see Lokey right here next to me. Right, gently releasing the leg out. Let the right leg go. You can give a little shake, a little wobble here. And then moving to the other side. Left leg comes across. Hands behind, stepping back. Sup, Lokesters? His favorite spot. A nice clean towel. Breathing into that hip. And gently release the legs out. Give them a good shake. And from here, we'll come on to the back. So feet flat. Lokey, can you move over a little bit, buddy? Thanks. Okay. Oh, here comes little Miss Socks. She's coming. I'm telling you. So I'm about to lay down. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Okay. Laying flat on the back. See if she comes. Hi, Socks. Zeus is here too? Oh no. So I wanted to move into bridge pose. I'm not sure that these guys are going to let me move into bridge pose. I got one on my feet, I got one on my head, and I got one standing over me. Oh boy. Hi, Zeusy. Yes, hi. So feel free to go into bridge pose. Pressing down through the feet, lifting the hips, tucking the shoulders underneath. Socks, get out of my ear. No, no. Ow, ow, ow. She has the sharpest nails. Ow. Stop it. Stop it. And Lokey, what are you doing to help me out here, buddy? Nothing. All right, guys. Well, I'm officially hijacked. So go ahead and move into your Shavasana. I will do my ending seated because the boys have stolen my mat. Lokey, move over a little bit. Okay. So feel free to make your way into your Shavasana. If you're cold, if you're chilly, place a blanket over you. Let your eyes close. And take rest. We'll stay for about anywhere from 10 to 20 breaths. I know that you can always stay longer if you need to or want to. There's doggy drool on my forehead. Gross. Alright. Oh. gradually start to deepen your breath. Find energy in the fingers, the toes, the hands, the feet, the wrists, the ankles. Give them a little movement. And let the arms extend up overhead. Give a nice stretch through the body. It's okay to arch the spine here. And then exhale, release, and hug the knees in towards your chest. Give a little rock from side to side. And from here, roll onto your right side into fetal position, using the bottom arm as a pillow. And gently press yourself up to a seated position. Eyes closed and either hands pressed together at prayer at your heart, or one hand on the heart and one on the belly to connect with the breath a little more. Take a few moments here. Allow yourself to feel the feels. And then take a few moments of gratitude, something that you're thankful for this morning or in this very moment. I am grateful for these dogs and their love. It's pretty cool. I'm also grateful that you're joining me on this Wake and Stretch adventure. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Alright, so let's see if I can tiptoe over there without disturbing the dogs too much. So, thanks so much for joining me this morning. It's a relatively unbothered practice, I guess you could say. The dogs are finally getting better. It's only taken 2 months. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. I don't know if you're following this and following the rice fields in the back, but as you can see, it's bright green. So that rice is growing, and it's growing fast. It's just pretty cool. Anywho, if you like this video, if you like my stuff, my yoga stuff, give it a like, give it a share it with somebody you know it might help, or they might enjoy it, even if it's just to watch the dogs, to be honest with you, because they are pieces of work, I'll tell you that. But anyway, thanks again for joining me. I only have a few days left for this May Wake and Stretch, so I hope to see you. Have a beautiful day. Bye.